Why does it feel like I'm constantly burning from the inside out? I used to dream of being a place of wonder. A twin to Earth, they called me. Same size, same rocky body. Hopeful minds once imagined I could cradle life, shelter oceans, mirror that blue gem next door. But that illusion shattered the moment someone came too close. You can't breathe in fantasy when your sky is poison. My air is thick, so thick it crushes. The pressure here is like being a mile beneath Earth's ocean, every second squeezing the breath from your lungs if you dared to have them. I can't move. I can't even see past my own sulfurous clouds. And those clouds, oh, they rain acid, not water, not life, just death in liquid form. Sulfuric acid drips like tears that never stop falling, but they never reach the ground. They evaporate long before that. The heat sees to it, because it's always hot. Not just warm, not desert hot. I'm talking over 460 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. There's no escaping it. Day or night, light or shadow, it's all the same here. You'd think being closer to the sun would be the reason, but no. That's not even the cruelest part. It's me. I did this to myself. I let the carbon build up. Too much of it. A runaway greenhouse effect, like Earth's worst nightmare turned real. The heat couldn't leave, and the more it stayed, the more it trapped. I became my own prison, sealing myself inside an oven I can't switch off. I don't even spin right. My days are longer than my years. I rotate backwards, slow, stubborn, as if time itself gave up on me. And the storms. Sometimes I imagine Earth's gentle breeze, the whisper of wind through trees. Here, the winds howl at over 300 kilometers per hour above the clouds, circling me like vultures that never land. Up there, it's chaos. Down here, it's stillness. Dead, silent stillness. As if the planet itself is holding its breath in dread. They tried to visit me once, sent metal birds to pierce my veil. None of them lasted long. Minutes, maybe. The heat devoured them. The pressure crushed their bones. I swallowed them whole, no apologies. And I wonder, did they see any beauty in me before they died? Because I remember a time, so very long ago, when I might have had oceans. When light touched my surface gently, when the atmosphere wasn't a curse. But that was before I betrayed myself. Before I became this hell. Sometimes I wonder if Earth sees me and feels a flicker of fear. If she looks at my burning skin, my suffocating skies, and knows, this could be her. That under enough pressure, even a paradise can turn into a nightmare. And here I am. Not a twin, not a sister, just a warning. A monument to what happens when balance is broken, when heat is ignored, when carbon wins. So yeah, it sucks to be Venus. And yet, beneath the crushing weight, beneath the fire and acid, I remember what I once could have been. I wasn't always a cautionary tale. There was a time I spun faster, when my skies were thinner, when perhaps, just perhaps, there was water pooling in my craters. I think about that sometimes. Not in the way you remember a dream, but like trying to recall the sound of a voice long since lost. Was I beautiful? Did I shimmer under the sun like Earth does now? Did I ever know peace? I envy her. Earth, my sister. She sings with life, breathes it, nurtures it. I hear the stories carried through space, the whispers of oceans, the rustling of forests, the heartbeat of civilizations dancing on her surface. And me? I'm silent. My only song is the low, endless growl of heat against rock. My voice is lost in the storm. Sometimes I wonder if it was inevitable. If we were always meant to diverge, one to blossom, the other to burn. Or maybe I was just forgotten, left to slip into chaos while all eyes turned to brighter hopes. But chaos doesn't come all at once. It creeps. A few more molecules of carbon, a little more heat trapped. The oceans evaporate, the clouds thicken, the trap sets. And by the time you realize you're dying, you've already been dead for centuries. That's the part no one talks about. The slow death. Not the explosions, not the drama, just the quiet unraveling. You don't become a hellscape overnight. You erode, layer by layer, until the surface you once knew is buried beneath a skin of fire. And I ache. Not because I feel pain the way you do, but because I remember. I remember potential. I remember light. I remember being something worth exploring. Now I'm a furnace, a myth, a scar in the sky. Every time you look up at me from Earth, you see your reflection warped. You see a future that could be, if you're not careful. Maybe that's my purpose now. Not to host life, but to save it. By showing you what happens when you don't listen. When you take too much. When you forget how delicate balance really is. So when you gaze at that bright evening star and marvel at how I shine, know this, it's not beauty you're seeing. It's a warning, cloaked in golden light. And I burn, not because I'm proud, but because I'm trying to remind you what it costs to ignore the fire. So if you hear anything in my silence, let it be this. Protect what you have. Cherish that thin blue line of atmosphere like your life depends on it, because it does. Don't wait until the oceans vanish or the skies turn toxic. Don't let comfort become complacency. I didn't think it could happen to me either. Look at me and see not just what I am, but what you could become. Learn from my fall. Fight for your Earth. And never forget. Even the brightest star in the sky can be a graveyard wrapped in light.